All right, welcome to Frank Teaches DevOps. In this, still on the Friday teaser, I'm going to describe how to deploy jobs from Jenkins Server to VM instances. All right. So on Jenkins Server, I'm going to create a job, all right, and deploy these jobs on my virtual machines. I'll deploy on virtual machines. So you can see from my architecture, I have the Jenkins server and I also have these worker node 1 and worker node 2. So on the worker node 1, I'm going to be building a Node.js application. So I will be automating, right, a Node.js application from Jenkins on worker node 1. Then on worker node 2, I will be building some Docker containers, all right, install Docker and thereabouts. Okay, so let me show us the physical what I have similar settings. So this is the settings I have. So this machine here is my control node where I have my Jenkins server running, and this is the worker node 1, and here is the worker node 2. All right, so let's get to business. I've already logged onto my Jenkins control server. So from this server, I'm going to add these two machines, this and this. Okay, I'm going to add these two servers. So what I will do, I'll go to Jenkins. So I'm going to connect those two machines using JNLP. So come to manage nodes. So manage node, on manage node, click on new node. So let me call it worker. Let me just say, okay, worker one, permanent. Error, please reload the kind of errors is worker one. Okay, it's worker node. Okay, don't worry. Worker node one. All right, so Scrum. I know where this is coming from. Duplicates. Mm, don't worry. Let's just resolve this Chrome problem. Go back to Jenkins, manage Jenkins, then go back to configure global security, configure global security, yeah, enable proxy. So this is where the Scrum issue is coming from. Don't worry, it should be fine. Just save it, refresh, should be all right. Go back, should be okay. Log out and come in. Admin, manage Jenkins, manage Jenkins. Okay, node, new node, worker node, node one. Type is permanent, create. All right, so we've resolved that issue. Then the home directory is on that should be home slash Jenkins. Home slash Jenkins. I may have to go to that base machine to create this home directory. Okay, all right, so that's all you need to do here. Click on save, click on save, add another worker node 2. Agent is permanent. Why am I getting this? refresh the page. Worker node 2. Don't give me this thing. Don't give me this thing. Mhm. Okay. Manage new node. Worker node 2. Lot of messy. All right, let me remove this. Let me delete one of these. Delete agents. Yes. Okay. I will need to go out and okay. So the home is slash home slash Jenkins. Just click on save. All right. Keeps giving us. It's not added. Field validates. Below this page, worker, worker one. Okay, great. Slash home slash Jenkins. Okay, so save. So on this two node, it's been saved. Don't worry, it's been saved. Why not? Worker two, worker two permanent create slash home slash Jenkins. Save. Great. So now we have added these two nodes. Let me see if I can rename this. Okay, no way. All right, so worker one and worker two. All right, so I've added them. So I may need to join them to my Jenkins server. All right, to my master's Jenkins server. So let's start with worker one. So click on worker one. I will download this agent file. All right, so um copy, go to worker one. I don't know which one is worker one now. All right, so host name worker one. So if I exit and sudo, I have worker one. Okay, so host name worker two. Exit and come back in. I have worker two. Okay, so on worker one and worker two, I'm going to create user add Jenkins, right? Pass wd Jenkins 1212 user add Jenkins pass wd Jenkins 1212. Okay, so on this worker one and worker two, I have created these users. So you can see I now have Jenkins user home. All right. Okay, so I'm going to download this file because I need this file. Copy link address. I need that file on worker one. Wget. It didn't come. Copy link address. All right. So I just downloaded this file. And see the file agent.jar. Then the next thing is, however, my IP address of my server has changed. So I have to go back to my, this is my Jenkins server. And yes, my 219 has it changed? Check, that's changed. So I'm going to replace that IP address. Copy, okay. Come to your Jenkins, go to dashboard, manage Jenkins, configure system, all right. So configure system. My IP changed because uh, I'm 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 using a dynamic IP. So you can see here it has changed. I don't have an elastic IP, all right. So that has changed. I mean, I have to um regenerate the key connection string for this now. It has changed. It's now fine. So copy all of this. Copy this. Copy. Bring it to node one. Yes, node one, and then paste and install ampersand. Okay, Java is not found. We don't have Java yet, so let's install Java. Yum install Java. This will not go like that. Let me see. It's giving me Java 17. Um, Java 17. Java 17. Okay, let's install it. But I'm supposed to install. Then come here, do the same thing. Yum install, open JDK 11. Let me see. Okay, I need extra. Yum install Java. Let's check. We just Java version. So open JDK 17. That is installed. All right. So now let's rerun the command. Let's rerun this command to join this machine. So this is the command. It's not telling us that it's now connected. Okay. So if I come here and refresh this page, I should get project title worker node. So if I go back to my nodes, I can see that worker one is now connected to my Jenkins server. So I'll do the same thing on worker two. Okay. I'm going to download, copy this. I'm going to download the file. All right. wget is downloaded. Then I'll copy this connection screen, copy this, and then paste it ampersand because I want to run the background. So it's not telling us that worker 2 is now connected as well. So if I refresh this page, we can now see that I have both worker 1 and worker 2 connected to my Jenkins master. All right. So at this juncture, let's start with worker 1. Go back to our diagram. So this is worker one, right? So worker one, I need to install a Node.js application and publish that application. So let's see how that works. Okay, let's see how that works. So I'm going to hop onto my Jenkins server. I'll go to my dashboard. Then I'll click on new item. Then I'll click on, I'll say worker one job. Okay, I'll call it a freestyle project. I'll say okay. I'll say okay. So that's great. So now I'll go directly towards build section, add a build step, execute shell. All right. So I'm going to execute shell. So in this shell, this is what I will do. Shebang bin bash. Okay, so I have something I did already. So just copy that. I'll explain how it works. Paste it. Paste it. Okay, so this is what's happening. Now I'll be installing Git. Okay, then I will make a directory called live bits. Then I will cd into the directory. Then I will do a git clone of where my Node.js application is. Then I will change the directory to the application. Then I'm going to install Node.js on the server. So I'll say yum install call this and yum install Node.js. After installing Node.js, because I'm doing all of this in this directory that has my Node.js application. So after installing Node.js, I'll now initialize my package.json file as which will create the node underscore models directory. Then I'll now start node in the background. Okay, so this is the job I am going to run on this machine. All right, on worker node 1. So I may have to restrict this job to run where restrict where this project can be run. So I'll click on restrict and I will search for worker node. Can you see now? We are having those two machines that were connected to our Jenkins master. So I want this job to run on worker node 1. All right. So this is where the job will run. All right, so it's taken. So click on apply and then save. So the next thing I'll do, I'll build this job. So build the job and let's see what happens. So this job is building. The job is building. Let's go inside the job console. Let's check. All right, so he's doing all those nitty gritty stuff. Can you see? He's doing all those nitty gritty stuff. It's actually building. All right. So this is it. It's installing Node.js. That's installed Node.js. All right. App is running. So everything is done now. So it has run npm start in background. So it's your app is now running on port 3000 and it says it's finished with what? Success. Okay. So my application has finished on success on node 1. Okay. On node worker node 1. All right, working on one. So let's go and access this application. But before then, let's check the directory that we have created. Let's check. Let's check. So you can see if I do ls, I should see, okay, cd into this and ls. I should see live bits. A directory was okay, should be under change directory home Jenkins because that's the home directory. Everything should be here. Remote, let's see. Where did you create that stuff? Okay, let's check the job. This is the job. Let's see what and what did he do. Let's check the job ID, console, console. Where was that stuff created? Okay, worker space, Jenkins workspace. Let's check Jenkins workspace, job. Let's see. All right. See now, look at the directory that was created. So in this directory, you have everything, the live bits. So let's check the content of the live bits. examples. So there was a Git clone in this example. Let's check our application. So this is our application. All right. So this the what's it called? The Node.js application we ran. So it's telling us that this application is running on port 3000. All right. So let's go and access this application. So I'll go on my EC2 instance and pick my worker node one and pick the IP address. Here's the IP address. Then I'll go onto my browser and I will launch on port what 3000. So 3000, this should launch the port 3000 is like it's not open on my NSG. Sorry, on my security group. So let me go open port 3000 on security group. Is it or 3000 is not open here? So let me open it. Edit inbound rules. Inbound rules 3000. That's all. Save it. Save your rules. It has been saved. So if I come here and refresh this page, my Node.js application should come up. Where is Node one now? Port 3000. Yeah, port 3000. Okay. Why is it not coming up? Is that the proper IP? Mm-hmm. Worker one. So this worker one. Net start TULPN. We should have grep. Doesn't it's not running. Node version. Node version 14 is installed now. Why is it not coming up? Okay, so we've opened this port. Why is it not running? For 3000, it should run. It should run. Okay, let me debug why it's not running. So this is the location of the application. So I'm going to go into servers, go into Express, go into the application itself. Then you see my this has run npm start. This should net start tulpn grep 3000. Why? Does it mean that my pipeline is supposed to keep that alive? So it said npm is running on port this, but when I got there, it wasn't coming up. So now this should run. This should run. Can you see? So our application is now being served on port 30 via Jenkins. So you can see I've been able to deploy my Node.js application from Jenkins to Worker Node 1 seamlessly. Then the next thing I need to do, I need to deploy some Docker and run some containers on Worker Node 2. So let's see how to install Docker. Okay, let's see how to install Docker on CentOS. CentOS. Let's see the steps you need to take to install Docker. Let's see. Okay, we are going to follow all of these steps. Alright, so let's see if everything goes well. Everything goes well. Okay, I'm going to create the same script file, create a new job, Go back to your Jenkins. Go back to your Jenkins. And new. Let's say worker two, worker two job. Freestyle. Okay. All right. So go to build. What are we building? Execute a shell. All right. Hash being what? Bash. So in here, I'm going to do some easy things. So I'm updating. Let me move this close. Updating. So what else? I'm installing all of these. Okay. So three, I'm doing this parts, in that parts. Four, I'm now installing Docker. So while install Docker, put your while yum check updates. You want to check updates, yum updates. Yum update minus y. So obviously I'm running as the root. Config manager add blah 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 blah. Okay. All right. So this is Amazon Linux. Let me see if I can directly install Docker. Yum yum install. Let me see. Sudo yum install Docker. All right. I can actually directly install Docker on this Amazon Linux. So I don't need all of these. So all I need to do is just yum install Docker. Okay. Um, yum install Docker. Then start the Docker service. System CTO enable docker.service, and then also um, restart. Restart. Okay. Okay. All right. That's it. Okay. All right. Yum install Docker. After that, that. So once that is done, echo downloading images. All right. All right. So I need to download using Docker run. Okay. Docker run um, minus d. Okay, I need to create a container. um Minus d dash dash, name of the container is mysql con. Okay. Then I'm going to publish this container. Definitely it runs on ports. I'm going to create an environment variable. So I'm creating mysql underscore root underscore password. The password is 1234. Okay. Then what else? Then yeah, the image name mysql. Okay. So this is gonna echo. So once it's echo, I want it to delay for, let's say, 5 seconds. All right. So sleep for 5 seconds. Docker run this, and yeah, create this container for me with this password. That. So that's all. So that's all. Okay. All right. So let's apply and build this job. Let's see. So ordinarily, I don't have any Docker here. Docker. There's nothing like Docker in this machine. So let's build this job. Build now. Build worker two. So let's build it. If everything goes fine, you succeed. Hmm. Oh, control. Hmm. All right. So the Jenkins user does not have right. Okay. So I'm going to add Jenkins user hmm, to the sudoers group. Okay. So user mode minus ag Jenkins to real. Right. I've added, I've given this user sudo access. Okay. So now let's rerun this job, build this job. Let's see. It's still failing. Why is it failing? Docker got permission denied while trying to connect to Docker. Restart. Oh, failed to restart. Has it wait oh, didn't install now. Building on the built-in node in this. Command not found. Yum. Let's see. Let's see back. Let's check configure. Why is it saying command not found? Yum install. Why is it saying command not found? Yum. So sorry. Console output. Sorry, we did not restrict this job to run on worker node 2. All right. We did not restrict this job to run on worker node 2. So let's go back to configure. So this job is running on the base machine. It's running on the base machine. Restrict, don't forget this part. Restrict where this job runs. It runs on worker 2. Okay. So that was the problem. It runs on worker 2. So save. Now build this job. Build it. So build it. So don't forget that part. That part is very, very key. Very, very. So you see now it's now going. Everything is now moving. Okay. So as it is now, this application is being deployed on this machine. Alright. Okay. So it's downloading. Okay, it has started. So it's now downloading this image. Alright, MySQL. Alright. So you see is now created, that's created the container. It has created the container, then it was a success. It was successful. The process was successful. It was successful. So now let's go on the node and check. Let's type Docker. Can you see images? So Docker images, I have my what? My SQL is coming. All right. So now let's check Docker container. Yes, I also have my what's it called? my container up and running. So this is my container up and running. Let me clear the screen. So I have a running container. I can log into this container. So I can say MySQL, oh sorry, Docker exec minus ti, container name is mysql con, then bash. So I just log on to this container. Okay, so in here now I can now log into the database. User is root, then the password is 1234. So yes, if I say show databases, you can see I have logged on. You can see how I've logged onto the database inside of the container. So my point here is I've been able to automate the creation of of resources, all right, of resources on virtual instances using Jenkins. So from Jenkins, I have created Node.js application on one instance, VM instance, and I've also created a Docker and a container on another instance. So let's check code one more time. For the second job that ran on Node 2, let's check what we did. This is what we did, the script part. All right, yum install the systemctl, this, echo downloading this guy, sleep for 5 seconds, then docker run. So this part actually created a container for us. All right, it downloaded and created a container for us. So this is how you, and we restricted the job to run solely on restrict this job where it should run. Where's that part? Versus this job to run on worker 2. Okay, so that's it. So the same thing we did for the other job, worker 1 job, configure. So we restricted the job to run on worker 1. Then we went ahead to the build step and we did all of this. So at this juncture, you can now see how we've been able to deploy jobs from Jenkins Server to the connected nodes. We started off with connecting these nodes to the Jenkins Server so that Jenkins Server can manage them. So that was what we did. So far, thank you so much, guys, for your support, and see you in our next Friday teaser. Thank you. This was how to deploy jobs from Jenkins to virtual machine instances. I hope you like it. Thank you, and see you in the next Friday teaser. Have a nice evening.